Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Mind's Eye Visual Guitar Method here for a quick lesson today, and quick because of this new setup that I have. I've reorganized everything in my kind of mobile studio, if you will, and what I came up with, in order to do what I wanted to do and make everything a little more practical, is stand up while I'm giving the videos. That enables me to have, I think, a better camera angle here that's more straight on with the fretboard, which is cool, and it's a little easier for me to keep in camera. Also cool, because, a lot of times I'm giving lessons, and I think I'm showing you guys stuff, and I end up like this or like this. So that'll be good, and we're a little more zoomed in, so that it's maybe a little better. For whatever it's worth, I use this kind of small screen, and we concentrate on the graph method here. So there's that. And I'm standing up, so that's good and bad. It's killing my back already, just what I've been fiddling around with here for the last hour or so. And so that means that maybe these lessons, I can smush them down to 30 minutes, I think is a little more reasonable for people. I don't think anybody necessarily has 20 minutes to, doing something else here. Has an hour typically for my videos to sit around. I'm just trying to tighten that up. I'm a little conscious of the long sessions I do here. So, of course, that could be better with better scripting too, which I'll be working on, I think. Anyway, so we're going continuing on with the lesson that we just did and uploaded, I think, yesterday or Friday or something. And so that our typical lesson on Sunday still happens this week, and so I set up something quick as a continuation of the lesson we did. So watch that one if this one is a little bit abrupt or we're jumping right into things you don't understand. We'll talk about the whole chord progression and other ways to jam through it that are probably already keeping you busy. But if you want a simple one today, here's this one based on what you already know. I mean, I know if it was me and somebody, years ago when I didn't know pretty much anything, well, I didn't know anything, except, my chords, how to play a chord, and how to play a couple of copycat rock and roll songs I learned. But if somebody had picked up the guitar and played D major, A major, and E major, I would probably have gone to E minor pentatonic and been like, oh, maybe this will work, because it's usually pretty cool. Yeah, always good, and that's about as good as it gets, and then it gets a little boring. So I probably would have tried that, but lo and behold, it would somewhat work if I just knew a couple of things here. So here's what I came up with. In the gray, or we'll jam along with it. I'll jam along with it, and then you can maybe make your own backing track. It's pretty easy. Get a beat, and 1 bar of D major, 1 bar of A major, 2 bars of E major. And so to do that, and kind of fit it all in with an E minor pentatonic scale, it can still work. There's a whole bunch of theoretical explanations we can put behind it, but let's think like a rocker today and put a couple notes in there and a couple of ideas in here. You know why? Because they fucking sound good. Excuse my language. Because they sound good. And that's it. We're not going to go, and this is, well, because the third and this, and it works over this chord, and maybe we don't want to think like that this afternoon. So, we just want to jam quick without a lot of thought, and this is what we could do. So we already know the trusty, rusty, gray pentatonic box here, outlined in gray. All right, so with that being said, what we can do over these chords is put a little sauce into this. If we just play that, it could be a little boring. Let's hear it just without any ideas here. Oh, yeah. No one at the campfire. No, not the campfire is impressed. Um, but how can we maybe make this a little bit sweeter? So the blue notes that you see, these ice light blue notes, are when you take a swig of your ice beer. No, that was pretty dumb. Um, those are your half step bends. You're going to bend into the adjacent gray note to the that you're looking at to the right there, or from the F sharp into the G in this case. Whoa, off camera. You can pretty much milk those over any of these chords, so remember that. And what we're going to do is, as you see the green color over A major at our color chart here, well, actually, let's start with a brown color here, our rust color over D major. I'm going to try to hit that note during the D major. So I've only got 1, 2, 3, and 4 before I'm out of there, but. And I'm going to kind of skip these notes. They just don't sound that great. This is the G string over the D major chord, but they're passable. But anyways, I'm going to hit this for sure. I'm just going to do something like that. Quick, and then because during the A major, I want to hit this middle note at some point. Am I going to cross over? It's going to sound pretty crappy, but it kind of works because we're going in a progression there, because we're going to hit this note, the root, over the E major chord. And that purple note, so now we've covered the green, the brown and the green. The purple, you see there's 3. That's what we want. Well, that's an E major triad right there, which will sound great and right inside the pocket over, well, the pocket, I guess, would be you playing on the beats and playing with the beats and doing things with the rhythm. But, sonically in the pocket there with E major. And that's going to be this note. Oh, off camera again. That's the 13th fret there on the G string. That's normally not in the pentatonic scale. So you're going to want to include that there. And do any acrobating you want over those 3 notes is going to sound great over those 2 bars. And another little trick we can do is that note there that we're talking about is the 3rd of the E major triad. 1, 3, 5. And so that stands to reason that the flat 3rd is just the gray note that's just adjacent to where the plus sign is there. So we can hammer on into the 3rd. Over the E major, that'll sound pretty good. So let's hear it and hear how that sounds. A lot more interest there. And I'm going to leave you guys with that today. That was our simple, quick lesson. How to, just a few adjustments and a little knowledge, a little tinkering, a little setting something up behind the scenes, and you can make something as boring as the pentatonic box at least have a little bit of knowledge to it. I definitely think that there was a difference between the first boring gray box solo with this regular, just not thinking anything but a minor pentatonic lick versus doing little things that catered to each chord tone or each chord as it passed. All right. Thank you for watching. Check out the merchandise below. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and watch my hands wave. And we'll say goodbye. See you.